Good morning, boys and girls. Today, with Kids Move, we're going to talk a little bit about Nana Hannah's piano. And this is dear to me because it's about this grandma who, with her grandson, wanted him to learn to play the piano, but he wanted to play baseball. So, this whole story is about how he would take piano lessons and he wasn't really fond of his teacher. And then what happens is his grandmother, who he loves dearly, twisted her ankle, and she liked to dance and do tango, and she was a fun grandma. So he went over to spend a week to help her out, and all he wanted to do was play baseball, but he was helping his grandmother out, and she asked him to watch the game. They watched the game. It was the World Series. She was for New York. He was for the Pirates. They had opposite teams. But then when his Nana was doing her exercises, he went to the piano to practice. And so she came over and asked if she could sit down. And she ended up playing the piano for him. And then he got really tired because he was practicing, because he wanted to make her happy, and he wanted to practice, take me out to the ball game. And so he practiced. There was a tie. She would listen to him practice, but he just wanted to play baseball. But then he was sitting down playing with his grandmother on the piano, and the outside, the pitcher and the third baseman went wild. They didn't know he could play the piano. And so the Pirates won the series, but Nana said the Yankees are like her. They'll be back and better than ever. He's trying out for Little League soon, and he has a new piano teacher who lives next door, who he really likes. And at the end of the lesson, they danced the tango, and he said he and his grandmother make a great team. So it's a happy story, and it's all about practicing and learning something new. And even if you don't like it, to plug through and really work at it, because someday you'll be glad you did. Okay, so just like today, when we get on the mat and move. So we're going to plug through, and we're going to do some stuff today that might be a little bit hard, but we're going to work at it. So join me on the mat. And let's stand tall in mountain pose to begin, with our shoulders back and our feet shoulder length apart. And now let's take a big deep breath to the sky and come down and soften our knees and bring our head towards our knees and our hands on either side of our feet. We're going to sweep up again. This time we're going to do a little back bend back, and then we're going to bring our chest to our quads and take our arms back and hold. And then we're going to have a seat, and we're going to press back. We're going to have a seat, and we're going to press back. We're going to sit back and press, and sit back and press. We're going to do two more of those. Sit back and press, and sit back and press. And then we're going to bring our arms to the sky again, reaching up through, doing a little back bend, and sweeping down all the way, our chest to our quads. Let's take our fingers down to the side, fold our head, and stack our spine up as we come up. Bring our shoulders with us, and roll our shoulders back. Taking in a nice deep breath, lift to the sky again. Come on down, bring your hands beside you, and take your right leg back into a runner's lunge. Really stretch that leg, press back through your heel. Oh, the birds are chirping today. Take a nice deep breath in, and then we're going to bring that knee down. We're going to walk our shoulders back over our hips. Taking a nice deep breath to the sky. And we're going to do a little back bend back again. And bring our hands down. Go back into that runner's lunge. We're going to turn inward and lift upward and spread our fingers wide. Taking a nice look up to the sky, following our gaze. And bring our hands back down. Bring both feet together, fold. Let's go up into a half monkey this time. Lifting our chin, flattening our back, and folding back down. We're going to take the other leg back. Stretch through it. Runner's lunge. Taking a nice deep breath, lower down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. We're going to take our knee down, point our toe back. Come up. Our birds are very noisy today. Come on up. They're happy. Bring it up. Take it back. And bring it down again. Press onto our toes. Come back into that runner's lunge. This time we're going to turn inward, lift upward, follow our gaze, stretch. And bring it down. Let's bring it up, fold, half monkey, fold again, bring everything up, and bring our hands to heart center, taking a nice deep breath in, and a deep breath out, letting that breath just come in and come out of our bodies. Stand in mountain pose. Take another deep breath in, and release the breath out. We're going to sweep up. We're going to take it down. We're going to take a leg back, a leg back. We're in downward facing dog. We're going to bring our ears by our elbows, our hips up, and then we're going to walk the dog. Knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down. We're going to take a leg up, press it to the sky, and bring it down. Take in a nice deep breath, lift it up, bring it down. We're going to take the other leg to the sky, press, bring it down. Lift it up, and bring it down. We're going to go down to our knees, walk our hands back, and sit in hero. Just sitting back, our toes are touching in the back, and we're sitting up tall in hero. Take a nice deep breath to the sky, and bring your hands down into heart center. Breathe in, and breathe out. Let's stretch our spine a little bit. Come up on all fours. Let's put our toes together, and then let's press back and walk our fingers out and stretch. All the way through. Stretching through, feeling good with our backs. Let's come up into tabletop. Tuck our toes under and hover. Just push down with your arms and up on your toes and just hover. Take a nice deep breath through your nose and pull to your spine, through your nose and to your spine. Lower down. Bring a forearm down, bring a forearm down. We're going to do what's called dolphin. We're going to press back and we're going to lift up. Lots of animals today. Walk into that dolphin. And when you're ready, walk your feet out and lift your head. You're in a low plank. You can hold this for a minute. Take a nice deep breath in and release the breath out. Again, taking a nice deep breath and let it out, and then let yourself down to your mat. Point your toes back. Open up your hands and spread your fingers wide. Tuck your chin to your chest and look over one shoulder. Tuck your chin to your chest and look over the other shoulder. Tuck your chin to your chest, look over one shoulder. Tuck your chin to the chest and over the other shoulder. Press down into your fingers and lift up. And make sure you're compressing your back just a little bit. Don't block your hands or your shoulders or, your elbows. Don't lock any of it. Your shoulders are soft, your elbows are soft. Pressing into your fingertips so it's not all on your wrists. And then take it down. Taking a nice deep breath and reach out with one hand and reach back with the other. This is called a half bow. So we're going to reach with our fingers, reach out, lay our head down onto our arm and just stretch. That should feel really good. Nice stretch. So let's do the other side. Let's reach out with our hand, reach back, lay our head to our arm, and stretch. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Push up. You are in tabletop. From here, we're going to lift our head and lift our tail into cow. And then we're going to bring our back up high into cat. We're going to take it down into cow. And we're going to lift it up into cat. We're going to walk our hands back. Our knees are shoulder length apart. We're going to take a nice deep breath to the sky and do a little back bend back. And like we did at the beginning, we're going to sweep our hands down with our fingers open wide, sit back, bring our head down to the mat and take our hands behind us, bringing our chest to our quads, feeling our back open up. And we're going to breathe in and we're going to lift up and do a little back bend. And then we're going to sweep our hands down. We're going to bring our chest to our quads and bring our hands back. Oh yeah, feel that stretch. And then we're going to sit back into hero again. Taking in a nice deep breath through our nose. And letting that breath all the way out. Okay, let's open up our hips a little bit. We are in tabletop again. We're going to take our right knee and we're going to put it outside of our right wrist. We're going to do both so it doesn't really matter what side. But take it back and stretch. Stretch that back leg back. Make sure your knee's outside your wrist. You have soft elbows. Remember, sometimes trying things isn't easy, but we work at it. And take it down to your forearm if you want, and get a deeper stretch. And the reason we take our time with this is because we want to let our connective tissues, our muscles, our bones, everything take time to stretch slowly. So sometimes if you pull things too fast and too tight, they rip. We don't want to do that. We're going to stretch them slowly. Come back up. Taking a nice deep breath. Bring your knees back. And let's do a cow. And let's do a cat. And again, a cow. And a cat. And then let's take our other knee, the other one that you didn't do, up outside of your wrist. Slide that leg back. This is called pigeon. And we want to hold and let those muscles move. And we want to feel them working for us. And if you can, come down to your forearms. That gives you a deeper stretch. And if you want, you can make a pillow and take your forehead down to that pillow, and it gives you even a deeper stretch. And when you're ready, come up and hold. And then slide one knee back and bring the other one in. Walk your hands back. You are up on both knees. We're going to do what's called a half camel. So we're going to raise an arm to the sky and stretch. We're going to take a hand to the back of our heel and stretch. And you can reach back if you want and stretch. Come up. Take the other side. Reach up. Come back. Reach back and stretch. Come on up. Reach to the sky. Stretch. And bring your arms down and bring your shoulders to your ears and roll them back. And shoulders to your ears and roll them back. And again, shoulders to your ears and roll them back. All right, let's bring our knees in and bring ourselves around. And let's take a leg down and let's bring a leg up inside your thigh. Let's take a nice deep breath in and then reach down towards our toes. Stretching down through. Breathing in and breathing out. Reaching up and bringing it down. Let's take that same leg that's bent and lift it up over the other leg. Take a nice deep breath and let's twist and turn and press and look over our shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And give yourself a hug. Take down the other leg. Bring it up inside. Press your knee down gently. Take your hands to the sky and stretch towards your toes. Hold that stretch. Come up, take a nice deep breath in, bring your hands down, take that same leg and bring it up over and let's turn and twist. Breathing in, breathing out, let's turn and let's twist. Oh, it feels so good to do that. Give yourself a nice little hug. So let's do something that's called a single leg stretch. We're going to bring both of our knees together. We're going to take ourselves down onto our mat and bring our knees into our chest. And we're going to put one hand on a knee and one hand on an ankle. And we're going to reach out with the other leg and tuck up. And so we're going to breathe it in and we're going to breathe it out. And we're going to stretch and in and breathe and in and breathe and in and breathe and in. Last time, let's breathe and in. And since we're there, let's bend our knees and flex our feet. Put our thumbs on our earlobes and our fingertips on our head. Let's press out and come over and hold. And go to the other side and hold. Let's breathe in through our nose and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Lift up, go to one side. Lift up, go to the other. And let's do one more. Up to one side and up to the other. And cross your ankles and grab your big toes and rock side to side. Getting rid of any stress we could have created in our backs. Let's do an inversion. An inversion means we take our legs to the sky. So let's just hold them up there. We're going to run our hands in and we're going to take our legs out and we're going to put our hands right on our calf muscles. Now I want you to feel how these muscles work. Tuck up your chin, look between your legs, and I want you to point your toes and flex your feet. And point your toes and flex your feet. Feel those muscles working. Point your toes and flex your feet and bring your legs back together. And hold. I want you to reach up to your ankles and pull your legs towards you. And then bend your knees over top and reach your arms back behind you. So we're going to do a little bit for our core, which is our right to the front of us, right up through. We're going to take our toes and we're going to tap them down, and we're going to come up and make sure your knees stay over your hips and you reach forward. We're going to tap down our toes and we're going to reach forward. We're going to tap down our toes and reach forward and tap down our toes and reach forward. Let's do 2 more of those. Tap down our toes, reach forward, and tap down our toes and reach forward and hold and press. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees in, cross your ankles, grab your big toes again, and rock side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. So the next thing we're going to do are called reverse crunches. We're going to tap down our toes and then we're going to lift up. Tap down our toes and lift up. Tap down our toes and lift. 2 more, tap down our toes and lift. Last one, tap down our toes and lift. And roll yourself up and give yourself a nice little hug. Take in a deep breath and let that breath out. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch through our back and stretch through our legs. So spread your legs wide and flex your feet. Come on up and drop your shoulders down. This is called the saw. We're going to turn. We're going to slice off our little toe with our little finger and lift our arm up behind us. We're going to breathe and turn and slice. We're going to breathe and turn and slice. Breathe in deeply, turn and slice. 1 more time on each side. Turn and slice. And breathe and turn and slice. Wiggle your toes. Take a nice deep breath in and take a breath out. So bring it around. And today we are honoring elephants. It's a day to honor elephants. So let's do something fun to honor elephants today. We're going to kind of do a modified elephant. So we're going to bring our hand around. We're going to take our other arm over, wrap them and take them to the sky. Now if you look, my shoulders, I'm going to go this way. My shoulders and elbows are even. We're looking up towards the sky. And what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way down. We're going to pretend we're an elephant. We're going to catch some water. And we're going to come up and take our elbows up to the sky. Throw that water on our back. We're going to come down. We're going to gather the water. And we're going to come up and throw that water on our back. 1 more time, we're going to come down, gather the water, throw the water on our back, lift up our arms, take them behind, put our hands facing down, bring our elbows together, put our hips out, and look up to the sky. Okay, we're going to do the other side this time. This time, the left is on the top, the right's on the bottom. Our elbows are even with our shoulders. And we're going to come down. Get the water. We're going to come up and take it back. We're going to come down. We're going to get the water. We're going to come up and take it back. And we're going to come down. Get the water. Come up. And take it back and lift up our arms and spread our fingers wide and shake everything out. Okay, that is to honor the elephants. All right, let's go back into tabletop. So from tabletop, we're going to press back and come up into downward facing dog. Walk the dog again, knee inhale down, knee inhale down, knee inhale down, knee inhale down. We're going to walk our hands back. We're going to scaffold and stack our spine as we come up. We're going to lift to the sky, do another little back bend and bring our arms down to our side. We're going to step towards the front of our mats. Put our big toes, our ankles, and our knees together. We're going to have a seat back for chair. And we're going to sit in chair pose for a moment, and we're going to bring our hands to heart center. We're going to try to sit down a little lower. We're going to turn, take an elbow to our knee, take an elbow to the side, try to bring our thumbs to the center of our heart. Taking a nice deep breath. Open up, stretch to the earth, stretch to the sky. And then bring everything back into your center. Lift it up. Take it back. Bring it up. And take it down. Have a seat. Bring everything in. Turn the other way. Elbow to knee, elbow to sky. Bring your thumbs into heart center. And hold. Open up wide. Stretch. Bring everything back in. Fold down. Bring your hands all the way up to your wrists. Lift up your feet and pull up through your back. This is called gorilla. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Keep lifting. Lift your feet up and put your hands beside you. Taking a nice deep breath and lift to the sky. And bring your hands down into heart center. Taking in a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. Let's take one hand up to the sky. Bring one hand down to our side. Let's come over, trying to take our hand down to our knee and really stretch over to one side. That should feel very good right about now. Bring it down, take the other hand up to the sky. Bring it by your ear, your bicep by your ear, and down over. And stretch as far as you can, sliding that hand down to the other knee. And let's lift up to the sky and twist. Let's lift up to the sky and twist. Let's lift up to the sky and twist. And let's lift up to the sky and twist. One more time. Lift up to the sky and twist. Last one coming up. Lift up to the sky and twist. Lift back up to the sky and bring your hands down. Bring your shoulders to your ears. Roll them back. Shoulders to your ears and roll them back. Taking a nice deep breath. Lift up to the sky and bring it down. Let's take one leg out, one leg out. Lift your hands up, spread your fingers wide. We are in starfish. I want you to bring your elbows back behind and lift up and gather and lift and press back and lift and gather and lift. And today, pay it forward in some way. Do something nice for somebody. Call an aunt or a grandma or an uncle or a grandpa and make their day. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming and working out today with Kids Move. Next week, we'll have another story that's interesting, and we'll be moving along on our mats. Until then, take care, stay well, and see you then.